Yeah, she looks right. She seems pretty bubbly like he wanted, and yeah, I think it'll be a good match. I'm looking fine.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Scrub up quite well.
If it doesn't work out, I'll
Thanks, yeah. You get back in your lane, mate. You get back in your lane.
Personally, I don't even know why they brought this show if this is the cast that they could only get, because it's the venue for the weddings and the cast, the weddings, the people that they've actually matched is something else. I don't know. I can see drama. Because things already look like they're falling apart between some of the couples. And poor Nathaniel, why did he bring his dad? How more embarrassing can he be? How can he say to the bride, if it doesn't work out with my son, I'm always here? And it's like, oh my God. Hey there, thanks for stopping by. It's your girl Valerie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Married at First Sight New Zealand, Season 4, Episode 3. This is a train wreck. It's like watching something running down the hill and you know that it's going to break and it's going to be terrible and you can't stop it. And I seriously still don't understand why they felt that matching Madeline with Nate was a good idea. I'm still puzzled by that. She's 37 years old. He's 30 years old. She's a divorcee. And it's like he barely seems to know what he's doing. He's always going on about and whatnot. And so the two of them, the way they were so giggly, it could be irritating, really. I don't know how much more of that one person can sit through. They seem to like each other on site because Maddie looks younger than she actually is. But for the dad to say, if it doesn't work out with my son, I'm here, it's like, TMI, too much information. That dad is a problem. I don't even know why Nate brought him. And he's the complete opposite of his son, because his son is very quiet and he's very outspoken and at times doesn't even have a filter. So it's, oh my God. So they met each other. They were happy. They were giggly throughout the ceremony, said their vows, giggly throughout the picture taking. They were just giggly all the time. And so you could see she was taken aback when he said his mom is in Nigeria, because she asked, you brought your dad, where's your mom? And he said, my mom is in Nigeria. And so she was taken aback by that. And I don't know, because she then brought up, Maddie said, oh, he's not my usual type. And it's like, you wouldn't be your usual type. He's too young. Unless you're into young guys, he's way too young for you, my dear. He's way too young. So they had a conversation and were just discussing and just letting each other know, how old are you? And he as well was shocked that she was 37 years old. But she didn't tell him that she's a divorcee. So I don't know why she's waiting. I don't know. Maybe she wanted to give him time to sort of get comfortable and then she would tell him. Apparently they couldn't operate the TV, so they spent the whole night talking. And then in the morning, you could see the producers can tell that this is awkward. This is going to be a disaster. It's going to be a disaster. I'll be surprised if they actually work. I'll be surprised. So far, I'm yet to see a couple that I'll say, oh, this couple makes sense. Because all of them, they don't make sense at all. They don't even make sense at all. You don't even understand why the producers felt it was appropriate to match these people. But then, hey, that's just me. I completely forgot about Piripe. As soon as I saw him, all I could think of was him peeing all over the island. And so it's the morning after for him and Steph. They seem to be in a great place. Apparently, it seems everyone is very eager to get to know their partner. So the first night is spent chatting. He was making a coffee. She thinks he's very thoughtful. He comes across as a very thoughtful and caring guy, but he also comes across as very immature. So I don't know. She'll have to choose which she wants, someone who's thoughtful or someone who's very mature. I don't know whether she'll be able to balance it out. I love the fact that they were trying to dissect who married whom because they were sort of working out, oh, Michael likes to work out and Cara also likes to work out, so probably they got matched. And they were sort of wondering who, James got matched to and who Nate got matched to. And I was like, oh my God, just wait and meet everyone and then you'll see what's actually taking place. Anyway, so you have the next couple, the last couple to be married, James and Samantha. James, we know, is a guy from the UK. He's a teacher. Apparently, he went to New Zealand to play cricket for a bit, and then he fell in love. I think he stayed there. Obviously, he said he experienced quite some loss. He lost a friend, I think, an aunt. He lost his grandma. He had COVID, and it seemed it was one thing after the other. And so he went through a very challenging time, and he broke up with his ex. So he's really looking for love. And we also have Sam, who's a single mum. She's got her son. I think he's 5 years old. So she is looking for someone. Well, she doesn't say she's looking for a father figure, but she's just is looking for someone who's caring, someone who's family orientated. And it seems the same applies for James. We've seen him with kids, so I think it's going to be amazing for them as a couple. When he was speaking to his friend, he spoke about the fact that he wants a boy and a girl, and Sam already has a boy. All you need is a girl then, because he wanted twin boys initially. He spoke about his body image issues in the sense that he was bullied. It's sad that bullies don't realize the impact they have on people's lives. And even though it happened in high school, it seems it's something that followed him for quite some time. So I hope, if nothing else, he's able to he seems to be in a position whereby, because apparently at one point he couldn't even look at himself in the mirror, and it's like, that was terrible. That I hope that person feels really bad when they see what impact they've had on his life. Anyway, So you have Sam having a conversation with her friend, saying she wants someone who's family orientated, someone who is very good with children. And it's like, well, you're describing James. Hopefully he doesn't act out. My worry with them as a couple is not so much James, it's more Sam. I hope she doesn't become a diva. Apparently she's an influencer. Well, she's on social media, so she is an influencer actually. So she's an influencer, and I hope she doesn't get too bogged down with the idea of what social media says marriage should be. And I hope she's willing to give him a chance, because he really seems like a great guy, and I think as a unit they could be an amazing couple, because it seems they share a lot of values. The fact that when he spoke, the friend was excited because she said, Sam likes an accent, and the fact that his English even makes it even better. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was so sweet. When she came walking up the beach, he actually went to meet her halfway instead of just waiting for her to straddle through the sand. He actually went to meet her and was actually helping her up the aisle, and that was really cute. They both brought their friends, and it's like, oh, that's sweet. I'm going to need someone to explain to me where they found this officiant. I don't know whether it's because he's nervous or whether it's that English is not his first language. Something is a bit off with him, and it was very awkward. In all the marriages that he's officiated, they've all been very awkward and very funny, and the way he's been saying the vows and stuff. But anyway, you had Sam. She was excited the moment she found out that James is from the UK. He was nervous, obviously, because he's already mentioned that he's a victim of bullying at school, so he's got body image issues. So he's worried whether his bride will like him or whether she finds him attractive. She seemed happy. She seemed happy to be there. His vows, though, they were okay. They were based on family and the fact that it seems his grandparents have instilled values in him, and that's what he aims for. They've been married for 60 years, so that's his goal. So I don't know how that will play out. I am concerned, obviously, because we heard Sam say, I'll be your safe space, I'll be patient, I'll be this. And normally on Married at First Sight, when they play those clips, know that the person is going to be totally opposite. And I hope she's not the opposite of that, because James really seems like a sweet guy, and it would really be sad for him to be matched with someone who doesn't appreciate that about him, and someone who ends up just being mean and malicious. So I hope, if nothing else, they seem to be better aligned than the other couples. So I hope, if nothing else, they are the couple that actually work out, and they actually stay together, because it seems most of the things that they've asked for have been met by the other person. From my opinion, the fact that they're both seem to love family, they both seem to be, have this love children, and they have an idea of how many children they want, even though she's already got a child of her own. And so I hope this is a good match. I hope so, for James's sake. I feel sorry for Nate. I don't want to feel sorry for James as well. So with Cara and Michael, there's this conversation about, their likes, their dislikes, and sort of issues that they're having, with Cara saying she's not used to someone doing things for her. She's used to doing most stuff alone. And I said this before, and I'll say it again. Michael is like Marmite. You either love him or you don't. He can be a bit too intense at times. And so I'm not surprised that Kara is finding it difficult to cope with him. I don't know really how that's going to play out. I think they are going to explode. The fact that his dress sense is out of this world, and her dad, we already know, is not a fan of the show. So I don't know how he's going to feel when he meets Michael, because he's already said that the show doesn't match people for love, they match the people for ratings. And so it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out when he does meet Michael. And Michael was saying, you know, my fashion sense is not for everyone, and I know that and I understand that, but at the end of the day it's for me. And it's like, well, you haven't met her dad. Wait till you meet her dad, then you'll understand that your dress sense has to take into consideration how he feels, because if he feels it's a no, then it's going to be a no. I don't know. I really don't know. We'll see how it plays out. Anyway, you have Sam have a conversation with James, and it seems they live in different towns. And she is saying that she will never move because she's already settled. Her son is settled in his school. And it's like, well, he's on a work visa and he has to comply with that. So it's up to you whether you want a loving, caring man who loves children and who's going to be good to you, or whether you feel it's more important for you to stay where you are. I don't know how far they're apart they sort of live. I've never been to New Zealand. It's on my bucket list. So I might Google it and just see how far they live from each other. But still, is it not a distance whereby you can either catch the train, the bus, or you can drive to? I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. It's going to be a disaster. It seems the drama is about to start because now everyone has got married and now the mayhem begins. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And click the link in my video to watch my review from episode 2. Bye guys.